You're listening to Forged from Fat. For everyone who's been afraid to step up, this is for you, the All Things Life podcast. Your hosts, John and Kieran, are two regular guys with one common goal, to lift you up. Enjoy the show.
What up? You are listening to the best podcast recorded in my mother's basement. This is Forged from Fat. I am Kieran, always with John. What's up, man?
How you doing in my mother's basement?
I'm trapped in my mom's basement. Pay a little homage to all those tiny radio stations back in the day.
I just pictured the both of us living in our parents' basements doing this. That's awesome.
I've always been envious of basements because I never had one. And my grandma had one when I was growing up in Philadelphia. And it was always the hangout spot for me and my cousins. And that was one of the things on my wish list when we bought this house was I wanted a basement. But in this area, there aren't basements just because the water level is so high. So I've always been envious.
Yeah, I've always had a basement. They're pretty common out here in good old Minnesota.
Yeah, I bet. But all right, well, everything's good, man, out in the Midwest?
Yeah, life is good. It's been really freaking cool lately, which has been awesome, like 70s.
Yeah.
So the weather's been phenomenal. Again, I've been able to enjoy this summer so far, so that's been kind of cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know you've been busy as hell. How are things going?
Good. We just survived the Hurricane Isaias. And it's funny, my wife had our tree trimmed in the backyard, the one that goes over our pool, just because it's always littering all in the pool with berries and flowers. So she wanted to trim it. Well, in her mind, it was going to look different, and it just totally got butchered. So I told her I was going to take a picture of it and then post it saying we will rebuild, just because it looks all jacked up.
Now I really want to see that.
Well, I'll send you a picture. But yeah, hurricane came through, a lot of wind, a lot of rain, but nothing terrible. So
good.
We did good. But our guest is actually from Florida. We were just talking about it, and so I'm interested to see if they had any damage as well. So
Florida.
Without further ado, we are talking to David Herrera today, Keto D on Instagram, a keto carnivore guy, lost over 100 pounds in a year. He's also an online keto and fitness coach, as well as a Special Olympics coach. So can't wait to talk to him.
Super pumped. I'm going to let him in.
Yes.
Here we go. Keto D. It's always that little second there.
Did not connect to audio.
And we are recording, so that's good.
Yeah. What's up, man? Here we go. I think we're connected now.
Okay, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
There you are.
What's up?
Awesome. What's up, guys? How we doing?
Good. How you doing, David?
Awesome, man. Awesome. Getting a slow start to the morning.
I was weighing my options on what to wear, and I was gonna wear a tank top because I knew you were gonna wear one. Do you own any regular shirts?
Dude, I do. I actually, because my wife's in the other room working right now. But we just did a little shopping spree. I very rarely buy anything for my. Rather save the money than rather buy. I'm like that. I'd put something in a shopping cart and I'd be like, do I really need this?
Right.
And I was overdue as far as clothing and sneakers and me and my wife were both sneakerheads. So I had to update some sneakers. I had to update some clothes, and I needed more workout gear. And I mean, not to toot my own horn, but I mean, I like my arms, and my traps. So yeah, I got more tank tops. Yeah.
Nice. Hey, you've earned those arms and tank tops, bud.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate it.
So man, tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, what you do. Tell us about your journey.
Well, I just turned 33 about 2 weeks ago.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Also recently got married about a month and a week and a half ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you. New journey. It was different, especially with this whole pandemic thing going on. It changed our date several times. and we had to adjust. We did it just basically through court. But yeah, we got it, done, and we're married and we're happy and just, adapting to this whole situation. As far as for myself, I was born and raised in Miami. I come from a Cuban background. I'm Cuban American, bilingual. So, growing up in my background was, baseball related. My grandfather played, my dad played, my brother played. That was the family sport. From the age of 2 to the age of about 9 years old, I had asthma. I honestly do not remember much about it. I don't know if I just chose to block that time of my life, but I just remember like certain things. Like I remember having a nebulizer, and my mom having to call me in, to put on the mask and the whole breathing thing. And I'm watching my friends play outside. It was really, and I knew I had a weight issue. And they would always inject me with steroids, every I think it was like every week or every 2 weeks or something like that. So I'm pretty sure that had something to do with it, because I for sure did not come from a family that were big. Nobody was big in my family. Everybody was athletic, tan. I came out white and like dirty blonde hair. So I was the oddball, I was the oddball. And then, like I said, growing up in a baseball family, like I played baseball year round, and I always had like the underdog story. I had to prove myself that I can move. My natural position has always been third base, but if you looked at me back in the day, they'll be like, he can't move. And I'll be like, dude, put me on third base so I can show you that big boys can move. So they would either always put me in the outfield or first base, and I mastered first base. So that's my other position. So yeah, basically played baseball year round, always as a big kid. My parents, I love them to death. They're about to be 44 years together, high school sweethearts.
Wow. Dang, that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And they're as different as can be. Like my mom basically like came from a wealthy family from Cuba. My dad, not so much. Both from different. My mom was going to private school. My dad was going to public. My mom ended up going to public, and then that's how they met.
Nice.
Yeah. So they didn't really know how to cook. I know, Cuban family. They just knew how to make like the basics, little, skinny steaks, rice and beans. But a lot of the stuff that we ate was like pop in the oven, or, Wednesdays, 39-cent cheeseburgers, and Sunday 69-cent cheeseburgers or whatever at McDonald's. And that's how we would get it done. Taco Bell was always there since the get.
Taco Bell.
Well.
Yeah.
Taco Bell. I remember I used to play sick in elementary school, and my mom was always the hard ass, and she would always be like, go back to class. And my dad, for some other, and my dad's, and the funny thing is that my dad's usually the hard ass, but I would call him, and he had a very, flexible job where he left early, and, he worked on the road a lot. He did something with mortgage, I believe. He would like drop off letters or whatever. And he'll pick me up, and there was two things that need to feel better. And that would be, you want to go to Taco Bell? Yeah. And then the big smile from ear to ear. And the other thing would be, you want to go to the pool? Like the pool was also like in my complex, the go-to spot. But yeah, man, I carried the weight on all through, middle school and high school, dealt with a lot of fights, a lot of bullying, took no shit. One thing my dad always told me, punch buddy in the mouth. We'll deal with it later. Don't worry. So, I did have to deal with a lot of, fights and stuff like that. Name calling, you name it. Shopping at Casual XL and DXL and all these stores, and basically like looking like a parachute in my clothes. I mean, baggy clothes were kind of like, in back in the day, but as I got older, not really. So yeah, once I hit high school, I just started to balloon, and I was already in the 300s by high school. Like I said, I played baseball year round, but then that took a toll, hurt my knee. gained even more weight, and I couldn't play anymore, and I was already out of high school, and then the weight just ballooned, and I found work in restaurants, and that was not a good pairing. Serving tables and eating all the time, and it was just not good, man. So while doing that, I found a passion in working with special needs. A friend of mine ended up hooking me up with a job for the city that I was born in. And nothing at that time, it was just a job, but I did enjoy it. And then since I had experience in that, I applied for another city in Miami and got the job. And then they offered me assistant Special Olympics coach. And that was just, I met an amazing group of guys that are like brothers to me today. They're literally like family. Just did a drive-by birthday for two of them that they have the same birthday.
Nice.
Or a day apart. I'm sorry, a day apart. But yeah, they're like, it became a passion for me at that time. So I started to get way more involved with, coaching Special Olympics and volunteering and even being a unified partner and playing. Because they do have teams where they have, those with and without special needs or intellectual disabilities. I'm sorry. So yeah, currently right now I work for the city of Miami as a adult day training teacher. So basically I teach adults daily living skills. That's what I do. I also help them out with their Special Olympic training if they have any. But as far as like everything else that I do, like the whole coaching like me and participating as a player, that I do on side on my own off time. I'm a mentor for an athlete leader. Athlete leader is basically an athlete in Special Olympics who wants to do just, more than just be an athlete. He wants to work on his public speaking skills and get out there. So around 2016, one of my ex-athletes, his name is Daniel Fundora, he approached me and he was like, David, man, I'm looking for, a mentor. They're starting this new athlete leadership program, and I need a mentor for it. And I would like that to be you. And I was like, wow, I'm blown away. That's hell of an honor, man. And just because of that, like, we've gone on to conferences in Indianapolis. Like, I got to go on a plane for the first time thanks to Special Olympics. I got to see snow for the first time. I'm a Miami boy, bro. I'm not used to all this stuff. So yeah, man, a lot of great opportunities with him, and he's done amazing. He's gone to the World Games in Abu Dhabi. Like, he's gone to the national games. Like, he's been all over the place. He's spoken at Capitol Hill. Like, he's just a wonderful human being, to be around. I'm just happy to be, involved with him and with Special Olympics. They've had a first class ticket to my whole weight loss thing, man. Going back to the weight loss thing, I've tried everything in the book. Everything in the book. I've been on diet since as early as 7-8 years old, and Slim Fast, Jenny Craig. The last one before keto was HCG, and that honestly, yeah, about that.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
You don't know about HCG?
No,
okay.
I don't.
Well, the original diet. I don't. Nah. You don't. Okay. Well, let me just give you a little brief, on what it is. The original diet, I think, is from like the 1950s, and I think it's like 500 calories a day. The new revised one is, I believe, 1,200. So that's the one that I was doing. And you either take injections, or drops under your tongue, and you got to take like B12 and all that stuff as well. I opted for the drops, and I got the drops, and me and my wife were both doing it. And mind you, she's 5 feet, 145 pounds the most. Like, she's never been obese. She's never had an issue with that. She's, gorgeous. But still, how women are, they want to lose weight for a certain event or whatever. And we were getting ready, I think, for my best friend's wedding. And nothing. So we did the ACG diet first time around, and it worked. And I lost like 50 pounds. By this point, by this point, I was already like in the 350s around there, like between 350, 360 around there. Most I ever got to, I think, was like 375. And so we did that. And then, of course, like we treated it as just a quick fix to something. And, you know, we did it, and then we fell off. So, you know, I just, lots of medical things were going on with me. Like I already had 2 screws in my ankle, dislocated my kneecap, you know, tons and tons of scar tissue in my knee, you know, because of baseball. I'm flat-footed. Like it's just an endless thing. And I started to develop sleep apnea, and I developed gout. Do you guys know what gout is?
Yeah. Yep.
Gout sucks.
Yeah.
Gout really does suck. And then the first thing they tell you, you know, when you have gout. Like my doctor looked at it and was like, yeah, you have gout. I'm like, that's it? Like,
yeah.
Okay, whatever. And then she gives me like a sheet of paper, and it's basically saying everything I can't have. And it's basically everything. Like, I was like, what can I eat? Like, so I don't know, like it was that. And then, you know, my wife had friends that were doing keto. I had friends that were doing keto. Keto was like this whole new thing. So I was like, let me try it. So gave it a try and became obsessed with it, man. You know, like I started January of 2019, and I honestly did not get the hang of it till February of 2019. It took me about a month to get the hang of it. And then from then on till May, I was strict. No cheats, no nothing. Lived in the gym, practiced intermittent fasting, drink water and coffee. These are my go-tos every single day. Black coffee, water. And that every single day, you know, my eating window would be from like 1:30 to 9:30, you know, non-pandemic if we were, you know, regular schedule. And yeah, man, the weight was just flying off. And as far as like the whole weight training thing, I started lifting, I'd say about like a month, 3 weeks to a month after I had started. Because I told myself, like, I come from an athletic background. I am no stranger to the gym. My dad, you know, along with being, you know, into baseball, was an amateur bodybuilder. Like I grew up on pumping iron. I grew up on Frank Zane, Lou Ferrigno, Franco Colombo, like all these guys, like, you know, reading their books at an early age. So I was no stranger to any of that. Another thing too, my whole, like my dad, my brother, and me were like obsessed with Bruce Lee since we were like kids. So we've always had that connection. My brother, I remember doing workouts with Bruce Lee in his teens. Like he would have like a scrapbook of all Bruce Lee, you know, like old articles and his whole workout in like a book, and he would follow it, and it was amazing. But yeah, like I said, I was no stranger to the gym. So, you know, one thing I never did was I never separated muscle groups. I was never back and bicep today and tricep and something else tomorrow. No, I was never like that. It was always full body workout. I would always do one workout per muscle, and then do legs, abs, and then end it with cardio. And most of the time the cardio was either treadmill, stairs, or ropes. And then, you know, fast forward a year and 3 to 4 months later, down 135 pounds, man, looking like I've never looked before. Like,
or felt you ever felt.
Or, well, dude, I can't say that I felt like I did 18 because I was obese at 18. I can't tell you I felt like, you know, great like I was when I was 16 because I was 16. You know, I've never felt this. My wife and I are both annual pass holders at Disney and Universal. So when it comes to fitting into roller coasters, that was a big thing for me. And when I couldn't, that hurt. It really does hurt, because not only are you waiting in like a 2-hour line, but you get there and then they tell you, no, you can't ride. And then it's not only like crushing, but it's in front of everybody. Everybody's looking.
How tall are you?
6 feet. 6 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. Telling you, bro, baseball player at heart.
Yeah, I can picture you on first base doing that big old stretch, and yeah.
I can do it. I can still do my split.
I bet, and I imagine being, you know, so overweight, going to Disney and Universal, and now being lighter and being more fit with more energy, I imagine you're seeing more of the park every time too, right? Like,
Yeah, definitely.
Was that something you noticed? Like, dang, we just went around 3 times, where last time, you know, it was tough to make it around one time.
Well, I mean, back then I would push myself, and a lot of the times I mean, 99.9% of the time I was on 800 milligram ibuprofen just to get through the day.
Just get through the day. Wow.
Yeah. So I would, me and my wife would park in the park. You know, she'll be setting up, you know, putting stuff into the bag or whatever, or doing her makeup, and I'm just, you know, fixing myself up, getting everything together, and then I'll pop an 800 milligram ibuprofen. All right, babe, ready to go. Let's hop on the, you know, on the little trolley and let's go. And that would get me through the day. But we did have to stop a lot. I did have, you know, feet pain, a lot of feet pain, especially when I worked in the restaurant business. I think my last time in the restaurant business was in 2017. I was 13 years in the restaurant business, man. I was done. I could physically, mentally, I just couldn't anymore. And all respect to everybody that works in the restaurant business, but I just couldn't, man. It was killing my body. It was killing my mentality, my mental health, everything. I would have to get home and she would have to like massage my ankles. I would have to wear a brace to get through work. Like, it was bad. But like, it's one of those that you start off kind of slow, but once the night gets going, you're warmed up and you're boom, you're juking this way, you're juking that way, you're going under people with plates and stuff. And then by the time, you know, you close and, you know, everything. And then when you get home, when you sit down for that first time, good luck getting up.
Yeah.
Getting up is going to be like, oh, like you feel everything.
It's like that adrenaline already like,
yeah, man, it was just so bad on my health. And my last restaurant that I worked at was Texas Roadhouse, which is pretty popular on keto. Yeah. And I've had it several times. I have one not too far from me. And I've gone back and I visited my coworkers and stuff like that. And
that what's that? My roadkill, right?
Yeah, I've only had it a couple times.
My wife likes that.
Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, it's a good one.
So, man, what was that one moment that that kind of clicked in your head? Like, man, I got to change. This popping 800 milligrams or getting massaged down at the end of the day is not going to cut it for long. What was that one thing that made you flip the switch?
A lot of my motivation came from, honestly, my wife, man, and just, you know, like, I was never a relationship guy. I was, you know, I dated around, but I did my thing. My wife, on the other hand, was a relationship type of person. So whatever, when I met her, it was different, but she had all the qualities that I wanted in a woman. And, you know, she was somebody I wanted to build a life with. And I've always wanted that. I've always wanted, you know, the whole package, wife, kids, and all that stuff. So obviously that played a big role. I knew that I wanted to be the best version of myself when that time came. Along with that, it was just everything adding up. It was the gout, the sleep apnea. The sleep apnea was bad, man. Like, I never had like a CPAP machine or nothing, but my wife would record me. And I've had other friends that, you know, would let me know, yo, like you fell asleep and you stop breathing like several times in the middle of your sleep. And that bothered me. That scared me. I would wake up in the middle of the night, sometimes gasping for air. Like, and I had just turned, I was in my early 30s. I'm 33 now. Like, I was just like, this is not looking good for me. And my doctor told me the same thing. Is like, keep it up, man. It's not looking good. This is not looking good. You're looking at, you know, you're already showing pre-diabetic symptoms. I have tattoos. Tattoos weren't even sticking to me, man. So the whole pre-diabetic symptoms thing, I have several. I have a tattoo on my left leg specifically. Yeah, I didn't find that out till later on. I have a tattoo on my left leg, which is the only tattoo I have on my left leg. I'm still trying to get more pieces, but it's number 16 for Miami Marlins, Jose Fernandez, that passed away. And that tattoo I've probably done like twice already, and it's faded as hell. It looks like shit. And come to find out, you know, like, you know, even when I would get cuts in my legs, like it wouldn't heal right. And the doctor was telling me, he goes, you have pre-diabetic symptoms. And then I've spoken to, other people that had diabetes, and they told me, yeah, even one specifically, the tattoo artist, he's like, yeah, man, sometimes the ink won't stick if you got that. And I'm like, that's fucking weird.
I never heard of that.
I'm sorry.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
I don't know if I can curse. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay.
You're fine.
But yeah, man. So yeah, like I didn't know much about that either, and I've been meaning to touch it up, but just everything, like fitting into new clothes, being able to, like TMI, being able to face the shower head when you shower.
Yeah.
Simple stuff like that. Being able to tie your shoe, I can right now, while I'm sitting, put my chin on my knee. I couldn't do that. It's stupid stuff like that. Like I couldn't do that. So, it's amazing, man, the stuff that I had to deal with, and I'm sure like every big guy out there, and it was all just a big wake up call for me. And then when I came up on keto, I was like, damn, I can have burgers. Like I had the understanding of dirty keto, I guess, when I first started. I was like, damn, I can have burgers and bacon and cheese and all that stuff. And then once I started to learn more and more, like I'm still learning about it. Like I pick up stuff from, Gourmet, from Goody Beats, from you, from Danny Vega, from everybody, man. Like all of you guys in your own little way have helped me some way, somehow, because I told myself and I tell this because like I coach now clients for keto, and I tell them, and it's a cliche, but it's still what my way of saying it is, it's little pieces to the puzzle, to a big puzzle. And that's more life, a better life. And for me, it was, okay, first I did the intermittent fasting, then I encountered keto, then I became obsessed with water. Then I left my café cubano and started drinking black coffee. That was an adjustment. And yeah, man, I've been having Cuban coffee since like birth. Like, so yeah, man, it was just little things here and there, making sure my calories were on point, learning how to track, hitting cardio every day, lifting almost every single day, like, and then also, enjoying some rest days, giving the body time to rest, confusing the body. I'm very big on confusing the body because I don't like to get used to any type of thing. Like right now I started incorporating boxing workouts with my brother.
Saw that,
My brother's a police officer, hard time for him because he's one of the good police officers out there. He's always trying to make a difference. He even runs his own basketball tournament, which like he's a school resource cop. He changed his schedule now because since my nephew is playing travel baseball, he's getting older. So he wanted to be more, at home for that stuff. So he's a school resource cop now, and he sets up every year a tournament with the inner city school that he works at. And they set up a basketball tournament between the cops and the basketball team, and everybody comes out for it. And it's amazing, man. Like the turnout. Awesome. Yeah, it sucks because I haven't been able to go to one because they usually have it during school hours, and I'm basically like a teacher, so I'm working at that time when he's doing it. So, but I've seen pictures, and it's just amazing the stuff that he's doing. And he has his own, I guess, like YouTube channel now with one of his cop buddies called the Bash Brothers, and they just basically talk about being able to manage life now with this whole pandemic thing and with the whole, with everything going on in this world, man, and being a cop right now, having kids, married, everything. It's crazy, man. But me and him have always had like a different relationship because he's more by the book. I'm the last born, so I'm more of the rebel. I'm all over the place. It took me a while to mature. Like it's been like that for me. He was always the one, on point, straight A's in school. I graduated a C+ student. Like it's it's different. We're just two different people, but we always just like with my dad, we always had, that common ground. And that was, baseball, training, boxing, Bruce Lee, all that stuff. So, we've always had a close relationship when it comes to that. So, he's one of the ones that's always been in my ear telling me, dude, get your shit together, man. Get your shit together since back in the day. And I never listened to him, or just, whatever. I'll be fine. And my dad, the same thing. And then sure enough, I woke up in my early 30s, man. And I'm happy that I did. Like, so happy that I did, man. This new life I still look in the mirror and I'm like, is that really me? Like,
yeah.
Body dysmorphia is a mofo, bro. Like,
it's real.
Dude, I look at it and like I still see the big guy, man, and then like I have to show my wife, is this a good before and after? And she goes, you don't see the difference? And I'm like, I've been seeing the same guy for so many years. Yep. This guy's only like a year and a half old.
Yep.
So it's
like,
crazy.
It's like picking up one of your new shirts and you're like, I can't fit into that. That looks too small. And you
Dude,
put it on,
this is
and it fits perfect. Yeah.
This is a large. Never awesome. In my life did I ever think I would be a large. Like, and I think I'm gonna stop there. I think medium would be too much.
Too much.
So, dude,
I got big shoulders, man. So I don't think a medium would look right.
Right.
Yeah, I was scrolling through your Instagram earlier, and I've been following you for a while. Like your before and afters are insane. Like, because I'm sure I'm barely 5'9". I think my heaviest was 270, 260, somewhere around there. But 6 foot tall, starting weight at 355. That's a big dude.
Yeah, and wide load.
Yeah, you were talking about the shower thing. I've never had to deal with that because I'm not a tall dude. But I mean, to overcome what you've done from 355, man, and your pictures, like I'm scrolling through them right now, it's like, holy shit! Like holy shit, man. Dude! You got a lot to be proud of, and like
it gets me emotional sometimes, man, because like it was a day-by-day process. And like that's one thing I tell my clients now. I'm like, this is not going to be an overnight success. No. I still feel that a year and like 4 months is pretty freaking quick to lose 135 pounds. But like I said, I lived in the gym.
Yep.
And I've even had certain people DM me and be like, dude, have you taken anything? And I'm like, I appreciate it. And I am giving you 100%, 150% answer. And I have nothing to hide. No, I have not taken no HGH, no nothing. I've lived in the gym, dude. I just lived in the gym. I was there every single day and working on my muscle groups and just hitting cardio and working on my weaknesses, man. And then the nutrition played a big part in it. And then that's what it was. But I tell my clients, it's a day-by-day process, man. It's not gonna happen, In May, I started in January. In May, I had a destination wedding to Dominican Republic, and even fitting in the seat. When I went to Indianapolis, luckily I fit in the seat, but it was very tight. And then my second trip was to Dominican Republic, and I was able to put on I have a Sandlot shirt. I actually gave it away. I gave it away to one of my Special Olympic athletes who loves the Sandlot as well. And I've only worn the shirt maybe like 3 times. First time I wore it was on a cruise, and I had to wear it open. It's a button down, Hamilton Porter shirt. And I had to have it open or whatever. When I went to Dominican Republic, I was able to button it down and close it. Pretty down like 70 pounds at that time.
That's awesome.
When I went. And if you look at my pictures in Dominican Republic, like I was so happy I was able to fit in that shirt. Another thing I told myself is I'm going to work out. I'm staying in an all-inclusive resort. They got to have a gym, and it's going to be nice. So I'm going to work out, 1 to 2 days, while I'm there. I think I was there for like 4 days. And I did. I got my workouts in, but like everybody was just complimenting me, telling me I was looking great. I think my first meal in Dominican Republic was keto, and my wife had to be like, babe, you've earned it. You've lost 70 pounds. You can have, and I was freaking out. I had contacted everybody, that's popular on keto. like I said, Goody Beach, Danny, Keto Conda, Keto Connect, a whole bunch of people, and just I started asking, hey, I have this event coming up. I haven't cheated in this amount of time. What's going to happen? And they all basically told me, dude, chill the fuck out. You're going to be fine. Enjoy yourself. When you get back, you know what you got to do. And sure enough, that was the difference. That was the difference. Before, when I tried other diets, like I would, I cheated today, might as well cheat tomorrow. And then it just escalated after that, and I never got back to routine. This time it was different. I had to get a workout in while I was there. I did do a lot of like hiking and walking while I was there as well. My eating wasn't the best. I'm not much of a drinker, but I was drinking on that trip because I was on vacation. It was also a vacation for me and my wife, and we had a great time. And we got back, and then my wife was like, you want to hit a food and wine festival? And I'm like, oh my God, why would you tell me this? yes, let's go. We went to food and wine festival. And of course, on food and wine festival, you're not going to be keto or nothing like that. And even then, I got in a workout. I told her, book a hotel that has a gym. I'm not messing around with this anymore. I'm getting my workout in. Right. Even if I'm going to eat bad, I'm going to get my workout in. I got my workout in. We went to food and wine. And then I got back, and I think I was probably like 12 pounds that I gained in probably water weight. And I was like, that's it? Like, I thought I was going to be like 20 pounds over. I was actually kind of happy. I was like, I'll handle this. I'll get back to the gym and it'll be easy peasy. Sure enough, but I had my stalls, man. I had my stalls many, many times. I think I stalled at like 320 something. Then I stalled at like in the 280s. Like I was like rotting in the 280s for like a month. And I'm like, bro, what do I do? And consistency, man. Consistency, just keep going. Like that's the thing with people that, they give up, they step on the scale. The scale is not everything, bro. Sometimes it's just in your feeling and how you feel in your clothes. Mm-hmm. I can tell you that I'm pretty much around the same weight that I was when I started off this year. And I went from an extra large shirt to a large. How does that happen? So it goes to show you the scale may not reflect, but your body is changing. Yep. Your body's changing. But yeah, man, it's just been an incredible journey, bro. And I love getting messages from people telling me, oh, because of you, I've lost so-and-so amount. And I think that's just amazing, man. Like it warms my soul. Like, and then the whole coaching thing kind of just happened out of nowhere. In December, I got a call from an ex-coworker of mine, and he told me that he wanted to put his daughters, on keto, and if I can be their coach. He even set a price for it and everything, and I was just like, okay, sure. So I did it, and then that just spiraled out. That just went on and on and on, and they got me more clients, and I went through clients that told me they wanted to do something and didn't do it, and they didn't put in effort. And then right now, I really feel like I have a good group. I think I have like 14 clients right now, and they're on it, man. Like I told them, this is like a relationship.
Right.
Okay. I want to hear the good and I want to hear the bad. Why? Because I've been there, and I know you're not going to be feeling it every single day. There's going to be days where you're just going to be like, like I said, like I don't live in Miami right now. I live in the next county up, but I'm 20 minutes from Miami. And like I said, I work for the city of Miami, but the weather's here is unpredictable. It could be raining one second and then beautiful day after that. Like it's crazy, but the weather here can really get people down. And I told people, I was like, the best time to work out. That's the best time to work out because nobody's going to want to work out, and that gym is empty. So, but yeah, man, like I just tell them, don't give up, keep on going, change things up, try fasting for longer, try, drinking more water, try cutting your calories a little bit, play with it. Don't just, use yourself as a guinea pig. And that's what I did. January of this year, I was finally like, all right, it's World Carnivore Month. I pretty much do a carnivore-ish keto anyway. Let me try carnivore. And that was just my own self-experiment. And I think I lost like 12 pounds in that experience. Got to see my first bicep vein. Like, yeah, no, dude, yeah. Like dude, my physique totally changed when I hopped on carnivore. And I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, man. Yeah. And then like I started to listening to like Mark Bell and all these guys. You know, I saw Chris Bell's documentary, Bigger, Faster, Stronger, like, and then, you know, I don't know if you know the carnivore chef Hadi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's been on our show.
Yeah, dude. I was actually speaking to him last night because like right now I've been in the 230s and I've been rotting in here, bro, since January. So it's been several months. Well, the lowest I got to was 224. That's what it says on my Instagram. That, yeah. I saw it. It's staying. I saw it on the scale. It's staying. That was the lowest. Nah, but I've just been like fluctuating between like 230, 235 right now. And my original goal throughout this whole thing was to get to 220. Still not there. Mind you, I've had several things. I had my birthday. I had my wedding. Mm-hmm. You know, was not keto for any of those things. And yeah, dude, so I reached out to Goody. I wanted everybody's different opinion. I actually spoke to Ethan Suplee from American Glutton, Tuna. You guys know who Ethan Suplee is?
No.
Yeah, Ethan Suplee. He played. He was in the show Boy Meets World. He was the big guy in the movie. Remember the Titans?
Yeah.
He played Tuna in the movie Blow with Johnny Depp. Yeah, he's a popular actor. So yeah, he has his own. He's had his own weight loss or whatever, and he has his own podcast. And he started following me, and I had total fanboy moment. I was like, "What? He's following me? That's crazy." But yeah, man, I even took a shot yesterday and I messaged him and I was like, listen, I've been doing this. I've been stuck at this weight, you know, your opinion, you know, I want to hear everybody's opinion because you guys are older than me, have more experience in this than me. So I would like to hear everybody's opinion on what do you think I should try? So everybody had different things, you know, to say. And I'm basically going to try every single one of them to see what works. What I usually do is I keep it keto Monday through Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday is when I'll have like keto. I'll still keep it keto, but I'll have like keto sweets, keto pizza, stuff like that. I am trying to drink more water. That's for damn sure. The only thing is I drink besides water and black coffee is Zevia. That's it. Because like I'm a soda drinker or was a soda drinker, so I had to find something that tasted like soda, and Zevia has been it, man. Zevia has helped me big time. And then I started also like experimenting. I've never taken a pre-workout in my life until a couple weeks ago. Not true. A company, since, you know, you do get people in your DMs sending, oh, we want to send you this or whatever. So I did have a company, not going to mention the company because I did find their ingredients to be not keto friendly. But yeah, they sent me a pre-workout and I got jittery and I was just like, this sucks. No. I ended up giving it to somebody and I was like, no, I don't want this. My brother has been in my ear and saying, you would last a lot longer in our workouts and wouldn't be dying so much if you tried pre-workout. And I'm like, I don't know, because I usually work out fasted with him. And I tried pre-gym, and that's what I have now from Dr. Jim Stepani. And I've seen an improvement. I do notice that I have much more endurance, more strength, like you know, I've been lifting a little bit heavy here. Like I do notice some changes. So, and I get the jittery effect with this one. I feel great. During, I feel great after. It doesn't affect my sleep, which is a big thing. And yeah, it's been going great. Yeah.
So walk us through a typical day. Are you counting macros still? Are you eating just when you're hungry and stopping when you're full? What's a day look like for you?
Well, I have my time with tracking. I was tracking up to my birthday. My birthday was the 20th. I haven't tracked since then, but it's like I said, I have my times with tracking. I usually use my Fitness Pal or whatever, and I do think tracking helps big time. I just don't think it's sustainable in my opinion. Are you going to be scanning everything or putting everything into your app for the rest of your life?
It's a pain
for
in the
me
ass.
Personally, it's a pain in the ass, dude. Like I've told my clients, like some track, some don't. At the beginning, I will tell them I want you to track. Then I was like, you know what? Stick to the food, stick to the grocery list, stick to the recipes and all that stuff, stick to the workouts, practice intermittent fasting, drink, exaggerate on water consumption, because I do feel that a lot of people lack on water consumption. Mm-hmm. Like I myself, like there's some days that I'm on point and I drink a lot of water, but then there's some days that I forget to drink water. Mm-hmm. So I do think that people should exaggerate when it comes to water consumption, like drink until you can. And there you go.
We were talking earlier, you were saying how you hit a couple plateaus throughout, like
several
320 and in the 200s. Did you find that after you hit those plateaus, if you tracked pretty religiously, it helped push you over that edge and get you going again, or?
Yeah. I knew if I wanted to get over that hump, that I was going to have to track and take I wanted to take a look at what it was that I was eating and what I was doing. So that's a better way to do that, to track. I have a client right now that, he's been doing everything. He puts a lot of pressure on himself. He got, I think like 20 pounds or something lost the first month. So he's trying to get 20 pounds lost each month after that. And I told him that's not going to happen.
No.
Mm-mm. That's not going to, because at first you're going to lose that water weight. And then, you're still going to continue to burn and lose weight, but you're not going to be doing, it's going to slow down a little bit, and maybe you might get to like 7 or 8 pounds a month, maybe 10, but that all depends on you and how much you work out and how serious you take this. So, like I just, when the stalls happen, you just got to change things up. And, I would change up my diet. I would try fasting a little bit more. I would try 24-hour fasting. I think I even did a 3-day fast one time. And even that, I was like, damn it, should I work out? And like I said, I get into my head a lot, and people don't, and people, a lot of people do. A lot of people mm-hmm. do. And you just can't, you just got to keep on going, man, and keep on going and try new things. And then that's how you'll find out.
Yeah.
But the whole, plateau thing, it gets into your head for a little bit. But as far as like, if you want to get out of it, I do feel that tracking can help. Yeah. If you want to get to your goal faster, I do feel that tracking can help. As far as for me right now, a typical day, things are obviously different because of the whole pandemic. I do get more sleep now. But nothing, I wake up. Like I said, I start my day off usually kind of slow. I check in with my clients. I, just had black coffee, chugging. Like I said, these two are with me every single day, everywhere I go. So I have that, and then usually like around 1 o'clock, because the gym that I go to, I work out. Me and my wife had to stay. When I started my keto journey, we moved in with my parents to save money. Typical stuff, what you do in Miami, or young couples do. And we stayed with them, and we stayed with them for about 9 months. And the house that we lived in, they left it. We're all grown now. We all moved out. So they were like, let's get an apartment. And it's kind of bougie. It's kind of bougie. They have everything. They have everything, like movie room, game room, conference room, sauna, steam room, biking room, weight room, everything. Yeah. Everything you name it. So it was free, and that was a hard thing for me as well. That's a question I asked myself. Would I have done this journey if I didn't have that free gym? I God, I hope so. But I don't know, man. But like I said, like I took advantage of that gym because it was downstairs. There was no excuse. It's literally push an elevator button and you're downstairs and it's right there. So there was no excuse. But yeah, that's another thing I forgot to mention. Sauna use. Like I started looking up, going into the sauna for like 20 to 30 minutes after each workout. And that helps with your sleep. That helps with everything, recovery. Like they don't have the sauna open right now. I'm working out back at my parents' complex. They have it open. I'm actually working out as my dad because I'm signing in under my dad because they have rules. I'm not going to mention the place because I don't want to get in trouble. But basically, like they clean the gym every day from 1 to 1:30, which is good. Have wipe down and wipe it off before and after use or whatever. And yeah, you have to sign in the time and everything. The good thing about that gym is, and you can even look at my old pictures when I was bigger at that gym, and there was hardly anybody there, like no more than 10 people in that gym, not even. So a lot of the times I found myself in that gym alone, and I loved it because I can grunt, I can do what I can do. Nobody can say anything. And it was a lot of sacrificing, man. So many holidays, July 4th, Cinco de Mayo, holidays that you're supposed to be eating a bunch of garbage. I was in the gym.
Good for you.
Good.
My wife would tell me, hey, I'm going to go have a girls' night. Why don't you call so-and-so and, go play pool with him or go do something or whatever. And I'd rather be at the gym. Right. Because I just became obsessed with just bettering myself. When I was bigger, like, I had more friends. I had a bigger crowd. I cared about what this person was doing. I wasn't caring about myself. I was all about, hey, let's get together. Let's go have drinks. Let's go eat or whatever. Nah, and I told a bunch of friends of mine that I didn't stop talking to them. I just, like I said, I was way worried about I needed to be selfish and like that for me. Like I needed to concentrate on my health. And the only way that I was going to do that was by not chilling with many people and just, spending my nights every night in the gym. And that's what I did. And, it's been a blessing. And people, you have no idea, like people in high school, have been hitting me up. Hey, can you help me out? And I'm like, weren't you, really like, what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't want to be mean, but it's like, this is crazy. Like I was huge in high school and people are coming to me for help. Like,
yeah, that's awesome.
It's a shock. Like, but yeah, man, I'm the whole coaching thing. Like I said, I if you DM me and ask me a question, I'll answer your question. Mm-hmm. But if you're, I do my coaching thing. I just made it an LLC. And, like I'm, I feel I charge very little for what I do. And, but I'm there in your ear and every freaking day, like, hey, did you do this today? Hey, like cause I care and I've been there and I want them to have success and anybody that hits me up, and the first thing I do interview them when they hit me up for my services, because I want to hear it in their voice. And if I'm looking at them, I want to see it in their eyes. I want to know that they're ready for this because a lot of people hop and dice and they think it's the quick fix and it's not. And then they're like, oh, I'm like, I had a lot of that in the beginning. A lot of my clients in the beginning, they would have me for the first month and then they wouldn't renew. And that's because, they thought they had it all figured out, which they don't because I don't have keto figured out. Or carnivore. I'm a student of the game always. And, they go on their merry way and they're like, oh, this did not work for me because they didn't put any effort in. And that's the only thing I told them. I was like, listen, if you give this your all and you do not give up and you give me effort, you're going to have success on this. I promise you. I promise you. Anything is better than what you're eating now. You get me? Any activity is better than doing no activity. You get what I'm saying? Like,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, man. So I'm in their ear a lot. You know, I do lives every day with them, you know, just to let them know, to stay motivated, to remember their why, to remember why they came to me in the first place, stuff like that. And one of my clients, I don't charge him. He was one of my first clients. He's a Special Olympic athlete of mine. His name is Michael Gonzalez. Shout out to Big Mike. When I first met him, 6'5", 290 pounds. He's a beast. But he's my little John from Robin Hood. He's, oh my God, he's a big dude with a big heart. Like, he's a big teddy bear. Sometimes you just want to be like, toughen up, man. but no, he's got a really, really, really big heart, man. And he told me he wanted to fix his weight. He saw the success that I was having. I was coaching him in softball at the time. And then in December of 2019, I put him on keto. What I do is with all my local clients, I go with them to the grocery store because, you know, some of them are better, you know, I'm a visual person, so I have to see what it is, you know, and get an understanding. So I basically go to the grocery store and I break it down to them what's what and what items I would get, what items to get if you're on a budget, stuff like that. And I went with him to Costco and he got everything. And Buddy literally has continued the diet. He has lost over 75 pounds.
Damn, wow.
He just bought a weight set. Like, he's becoming obsessed with this and he looks amazing. Amazing. And I don't have to stress with him because he does his part. He texted me the other day, "Hey coach, can I have a cheat meal?" And I just laugh because I'm like, he doesn't make a move unless I say it. Right. Like, he doesn't make a move unless I say it. And I'm like, dude, you've had a hell of a weight loss. Enjoy your cheat meal. You know what it is that you have to do. He had a cheat meal. He weighed himself the next day and he was down a pound. So he was like, how did that happen? And I'm like, that's just the body, bro. The body's a weird thing, man. And even if you're a scientist, it's very hard to figure it out. But all you can do is just keep on doing what you're doing, and there will be changes, man. Changes will happen.
Absolutely. Well, David, we're coming up on our timeline here. What is first of all, it's been great learning more about you and what you accomplished so far.
Awesome story.
Awesome.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
What's next for you? I mean, you got your coaching going, you got your Special Olympics coaching going, you just got married, you're kicking ass. What's next?
I'm trying to see where this whole, you know, weight loss journey takes me. It's opened up so many doors. I've gotten to know so many people. There's guys that I've gotten to know on this weight loss journey that have become brothers of mine. You know, couple names to throw out: Gormy, J-Arp's Journey, Poro, you know, Danny Vega. Like, I have Danny Vega on text. Like, I can just text him and just hit me up. And like, these guys have, you know, been so warm with me and have helped me so much. And like I said, this is what, my 5th podcast. This is like amazing, man, to even be asked to just share my story. My first time was on Gormy's podcast. And I remember when it came out, that was an emotional day for me. Like, I was crying several times that day because it's not easy to just open up about, you know, your struggles and all the stuff that you dealt with. And, but as far as like, I want to grow this thing and see where it can take me, man. I have spoken very, you know, not very lightly with my brother about a brother podcast with him. I'm working right now on doing my first YouTube video. So I want to grow my YouTube channel and basically do your typical like keto YouTube channel, you know, basically, you know, top 5, you know, keto items that I have in my house or stuff like that, you know, just anything to be helpful. I don't want to do any YouTube videos knocking anybody or do nothing. All my be to help the person in line. Like, that's my whole thing. And like I said, who knows where this can take me? I've had several, you know, food companies that have hit me up, several people that have wanted me to try out their gear. I mean, I don't know about all that stuff, but you know, who knows where this can lead. But just want to test out the waters on the whole YouTube thing. I'm just trying to get used to the whole techie side of it because I'm not a computer guy. I'm not a camera guy. I played sports and I lift weights and I do my keto. So as far as all that stuff, like I'm still learning about all that stuff and, editing and all that stuff. I have my intro ready for my YouTube. I just I had a video of me it's basically like an introduction of me talking about myself and my whole journey or whatever. And freaking iPhone messed me up and kept on telling me my iPhone storage was high and I had to do a reset of my phone. No. It was a disaster. It was a disaster. So I lost the video. So I have to re-record that video and basically talk about myself again. But yeah, that video should be coming out soon. I will send you guys a link. I don't have the little swipe up. I'm not cool yet. I'm not like Gourmet and have 10K followers where you can swipe up. So
I got like 4,000 more to go.
Yeah, dude. I think I got like 6,000 more to go or something like that. But like I said, man, like this whole weight loss community, and I've met people from different backgrounds, vegans, paleo, you name it. And people that have done weight loss surgeries and all sorts of stuff, even making that decision, I was on that route. I was going to do that, but I decided to choose another route. But even making that decision to have a weight loss surgery, it's not easy. It's not easy. So I give a lot of props to people who actually, go under the knife and do that because it's really not easy. But yeah, man, who knows? This whole coaching thing happened out of nowhere. I'm open to what comes out of nowhere again, and maybe it'll be something great. Maybe I can make it into a career and be like these guys like Goody Beats and stuff like that, where they can be like, hey, I quit. I leave my job. I can do this now. That's the goal. Everybody wants to work for themselves. I think that'll be great, man. I mean, to have to work from home and just provide content and help people, that's an amazing job. I wouldn't mind that. So yeah, that's the plan.
Awesome. So where can people go find your content? Where are you mostly active on?
Mostly active on Instagram at keto_D. Like I said, I haven't posted my first YouTube video yet, but it will be coming out soon. When I do, I will definitely. When it does, I will definitely let you guys know. But yeah, that's where you can find me at. In the meantime, at keto_D.
So if somebody's looking for coaching, where can they find you?
Same spot. You can DM me there. Send me a message. And like I said, like I'm not to the point yet where I get a bunch of messages and I can't get back to everybody. I'm not that popular yet. If you shoot me a message, man, even if you want to talk or share your story or whatever, like I'm there, man. You can just hit me up, ask me any questions. Like I said, I am a student of the game. If I have any questions for you, I will be in your DMs and ask you as well. Like I have no shame in that, man. Like it's never too bad to keep learning, man.
Yeah, man. Well, congrats on everything that you've done so far. Congrats on how far you've come already. Let us know if there's anything that we can do for you. We don't have all the answers, but we're here to help if we can. And obviously we'll be reaching out to you again if we need anything. But yeah, man, great story. We really appreciate you sharing it with us.
Thank you, David.
Appreciate it, guys. Hey, thank you guys. Appreciate the time.
And we'll talk soon.
All right, bud.
See you, man.
Bye.
All right. So that was a great episode.
Yes.
And we are still recording because we got to tell people where they can find us.
Oh, man, I almost did my stretch and stood up.
I know. That's why I said that. All right. Bud, so what's real quick, we got to do our thing, man. What's new for you? What are you listening to? What are you doing?
Actually, I was in bed all last week feeling sick. So I started The Last Kingdom. It's a show on Netflix with the Vikings and Saxons before England was actual England and it was broken up into the small kingdoms. So I'm actually on season 4 of that. I've never watched a show this quickly, but other than that, I've been reading Summer in the Bronx. It's an old New York Times writer who used to cover the Yankees is just telling a bunch of baseball stories, which it's pretty interesting. I'm not a Yankees fan, but he talks about people that are obviously recognizable to anyone that follows baseball. So yeah, just trying to get better and I've been watching this show while my wife sleeps, and I've never done that before, but I'm hooked. It's called The Last Kingdom. It's really good.
The Last Kingdom.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What about you?
I restarted Shameless. I think I've been doing that for a while, but I've been watching it more. Taylor's been busy doing things, so she hasn't been home, and I just, kicking back and enjoying Shameless. Rereading the book High Performance Habits by Brendon Bouchard. Great book.
I've seen that, yeah.
It's a good one. Other than that, like I said earlier, enjoying summer.
Yeah, it's been the weather's been super nice, so that's good.
And
well, cool, man. Well,
where can people find you?
In my mom's basement.
Hell yes.
Kieran.Carabine on Instagram, on Twitter, Keto Firefighter on Facebook. If you need anything, let me know. If you got any questions, hit me up. You?
Keto Colombian on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. We are at Forage from Fat on Instagram. I'm almost done with our website, so we will have a www.foragefromfat.com.
Sweet. Also,
and
hashtag dad life on PUBG if you play PUBG.
hashtag dad life. All right, my friend.
Till next time.
Absolutely. It's great talking to you.
All right. See you, everyone.